Hello everybody, welcome back to Super Gaming Review. Today, I want to make another video because I made my video on basically why the PlayStation 5 barely has its own library and barely has any of its own games. Basically on my PS5, I have a whole PS5 catalog, a PS4 catalog, excuse me. And I have a huge library of my PS4 games, obviously. I only have a few PlayStation 5 only games on the console. But someone commented on that video, and they said that, well, I have an Xbox, and I have more games on an Xbox than PS5, on the Xbox Series X. I had to laugh at this because the Xbox Series X barely has any games, or any games even worth playing. Halo Infinite, Starfield, who cares about those games? The Xbox Series X barely has its own library, just like the PlayStation 5. Both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 in this 9th generation barely have their own games. Most games on the Xbox Series X can all be played on the Xbox One, same as the majority of the games on the PlayStation 5. So it's funny when some Xbox fanboy comes in the comment section and they're like, well, my Xbox, I have thousands of games. It's like, you mean the 360 games? You mean the Xbox One games that you can play on a previous console? You mean the Series X games that can also be played on the previous system? I mean, give me a break. So this is not like a console war thing. This is just a 9th generation thing, okay? Both PS5 and Xbox Series X barely have any games. That's just what it is. I love my PlayStation 5. I love the console. I love the way it looks. I love the controller. And it's okay if you like the Xbox Series X. But let's not lie to each other and speak all kinds of BS. Let's just tell it how it is, right? This generation, both on the Xbox and PlayStation side, has been lacking in the game department. And like I said on my last video, PS5 games are taking 5 to 7 years to make. Same thing with Series X. It does take a lot more time for these games to even be made for this generation. Like years and years and years. Way longer than it has been in the past. Like PS3 generation and the Xbox 360, it was like 3 years, Before that, it was even less. Nowadays, games take much longer to actually create because of the consoles and the way they are made. It takes developers a longer time. And both PS5 and Xbox Series X, the majority of people who own these consoles, sure, we enjoy them, right? But the majority of us are playing past generation games on these new consoles. Xbox Series X, people are mostly playing Xbox One and 360 games. PlayStation 5, people are mostly playing PS4 games, which that's perfectly fine. If you enjoy these consoles, that's perfectly fine. I love my PS5. I play it. I've been playing this thing for 3 months now. Love it. But let's not do this console war BS. Let's just tell how it is. Both sides are lacking, and games take a lot longer to create these days. That's just how it is. But anyway, I'm in the video. I just want to make a quick video because I got a comment down below from an Xbox fanboy, I'm assuming, and they called me a pony because I bought a PlayStation 5, but it's like, at the same time, you bought yourself an Xbox Series X, which also is lacking in games. There's barely any games for the Series X and PS5. And when I say this, is that I'm not saying they have 0 games. The Xbox Series X is backwards compatible with games going way towards the Xbox, the original Xbox, and the PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4 games, and a couple of like PS1 and PS2 games here and there. But again, you know, if you enjoy the console, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. But come on, let's not be stupid. Let's just look at the facts and be like, hey, yeah, if you look at the Series X library of its own games, Series X only games, and the PS5 only games, there's not that many. That's just how it is in this 9th generation. But anyway, I'm in the video. Hope you all enjoy. Hope you all have a good day or night. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below. But it's like, please don't be one of those people that goes, well, I have an Xbox Series X and I have a better experience. It's like, both sides barely have, literally, like, their own library of games. PS4, Xbox One, they got their own library, right? Same as past generations. PlayStation 2, the Xbox One, the Xbox original and PlayStation 2, they had their own library of games. And they had a whole bunch of games. In this generation, we just don't have a massive amount. PS5, it's like 11 and 12. And Xbox Series X, I have no idea how many exclusive, or not exclusive, but how many Series X only games there are, because there's probably the same amount, like 10 or even lower than that. That's just how the generations have been. But anyway, I'm in this video. Just had to make a video real quick on this because, you know, it's funny that someone will get on me and be like, well, why do you have a PS5 for if it barely has any games? And it's like, you have a Series X that barely has any Series X games only. You know, yeah, both consoles have SSD, both consoles are very powerful, both game consoles, in my opinion, are pretty damn good, but, again, neither side has a massive library of its own for this specific game console. But anyway, peace out.